Good morning, my dear students of class 7. How are you all? I hope you all are fine there and waiting for your social study class, having pen, paper, and necessary materials. This is me, Dinesh Karki, your social study teacher, and you're watching your own program, Pabson Teleeducation, on our favorite television channel, JanataTelevision. So, how are you? Are you fine, excited, and enthusiastic to join social class? If you are ready, then I would like to welcome you all in this live social class. So, let's begin. Let's get going. Boys and girls, today I'm going to start lesson 2.2, that is customs of some caste. All right. So, you know that in Nepal you can find many more castes, right? So, definitely they have different kind of customs. All right. So, what are they? We'll talk in detail today. All right. So, I'm gonna share a slide with you. Boys and girls, I think, are you able to see this slide, boys and girls? Nepal is a country in a small size, but it's rich in natural and cultural diversity, boys and girls. Around as many as 125 castes of people live there in Nepal. Boys and girls, 125 castes are there in Nepal. Most of them have their own languages, right? Customs, religions, and some social practices as well. But in spite of these differences, they make a common culture, and that is Nepali culture. All right. However, they have not given up their some traditions, their social traditions, practices, and ceremonies. All right, boys and girls. So let's discuss about them in detail. Boys and girls, first let's talk about some social customs of Chatris and Brahmins. All right, in Nepali we say Chatri Baunharu, but in English we say Chatris and Brahmins. What are the customs they have? All right, we'll explore in this class today. Boys and girls, Chatris and Brahmins mostly originally live in the hills and Tarai. All right, they mostly follow Hindu traditions, no doubt. All right, generally Kshatriyas and Brahmins follow Hindu tradition because they actually follow Hindu religion. All right, they perform a number of religious and social functions. All right, what are they? We'll discuss, and most of you know also, and yet we'll discuss about these customs today in detail. Boys and girls, first of all, I'm going to share one slide, all right? And you observe the slide and tell me what do you see in this slide. Boys and girls? Yes, you are right, Nuaran, all right? Actually, name giving ceremony, you can say in English, name giving ceremony. We say in Nepali, Nuaran. Boys and girls, when a baby is born in the home of Kshatris and Brahmins, the name giving ceremony is performed on the 11th day. It is called Nuaran. All right. So definitely, you must have seen, right, this program, and right, and it is one of the solemn ceremony where child gets, the name according to the shastra, according to the religious book, all right, according to the astrology, all right. Later on, their family members will give child a social name, but there is one name which is given during the religious ceremony, Nuaran. All right, it's called Namakaran also, but Nuaran is famous among us. All right, so right in the slide you can see a beautiful baby. All right, I think today she has get a name. Boys and girls, definitely Brata Bandha. All right. Yes, you are right. You can say, you might have heard Upanayan also, Brata Bandha. It is one of the social customs, better you say religious customs of Hindu people, mostly Kshatris and Brahmins. Hindu people, mostly Kshatris and Brahmins. All right. So if the child is son, keep in mind, if the child is son, another ceremony which is known as Brata Bandha takes place. All right. But age should be 8 and 15 in between. Okay. So generally, you can see in the image also a group of boys are there, and Brata Bandha is being observed in group. Individually also Brata Bandha is done, but Brata Bandha is also done in a group also. All right. So now what happens in during Brata Bandha? Boys and girls, I am displaying second slide, right? Young boy is there, and individually he is being observed. His Upanayana is going there. I have already told you Brata Bandha means Upanayana also. All right. And during Upanayana, a sacred thread, janai, is given to the boy after some religious rites with mantras. Okay. So this is a very important social customs which takes place in Chatris and Brahmins, and most of you have done also if you are boy, all right? And if not done, then later on, your Brata Bandha will be organized for you, okay? Then you will get a janai, sacred, thread, and as well as mantra, all right? So boys and girls, hope you understood it, right? Now I'm gonna share another slide, boys and girls. But everybody knows, all right, in every caste, the marriage ceremony is organized, especially in Chatris and Brahmins. Marriage is an important social custom, boys and girls. And there is certain procedure of marriage. Of course, nowadays, marriage is being done differently, but there is a particular way of, doing marriage, all right? And it has a great social importance as well, boys and girls. Generally, in Chatris and Brahmins, boys and girls, to arranged marriage is most particularly, done. But nowadays, love marriages are, getting its height. All right, it's gradually spreading. But in Chatris and Brahmins, arranged marriage has a great importance, and it has its own importance and its own process also. All right, boys and girls. So hope you understood. Most particularly, arranged marriage is done in Chatris and Brahmins, but nowadays love marriages are spreading gradually. All right. So festivals, boys and girls, in Chatris and Brahmins, most particularly Dasai. Yeah, of course, Dasai is the common festival for all, but most particularly Dasai, is very, very important for Chatris and Brahmins. It is observed with great importance. Tihar, Tij, Janai Purnima, Ram Navami, Krishna Janmashtami, right? So these are the festivals generally Chatris and Brahmin people observe with a great importance. All right, boys and girls, hope you understood it, because we live in Nepal, definitely, and we observe these all festivals time and again. So definitely you know it. Most particularly, these festivals are for Chatris and Brahmins, boys and girls. Okay, cremation of a dead body. Boys and girls, the corpse is cremated according to the Hindu tradition. Especially in Chatris and Brahmins, dead body is cremated, all right, according to the Hindu tradition in Chatris and Brahmins, boys and girls. And funeral ceremony is observed for 13 days. We say it's Mrityu Sanskar, Antyesti Sanskar. Funeral ceremony is observed for 13 days. Some observe an extended mourning for a year also, boys and girls. Keep in mind, some people, observe extending mourning for 1 year also, all right? So every year, a karma is done, that is called Shraddha, all right? Is also performed for the peace of the departed soul. Means those people who have passed away, who have passed away, for them, for the departed soul, Shraddha is observed for their peace of their departed soul. श्राद्ध चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरू मृत आत्माको चिर शान्तिको कामना गर्दै वर्षमा एकचोटि चाहिँ श्राद्ध मनाइन्छ। भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई कुरो थाहा छ होला, यो पनि एउटा क्षेत्री बाहुनहरूको चाहिँ एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण सामाजिक संस्कार हो, सामाजिक कार्य हो भाइ बहिनीहरू। Now, boys and girls, let's talk about the Mughal community. Boys and girls, you must know about the Mughal community. Mughals occupy the third position, 7% after Chatris and Brahmins in the population of Nepal. I'm going to share a slide with you, and you look at the slide and try to identify the crocs. Boys and girls, 7% of the total population they occupy after Chatris and Brahmins. Keep in mind. Mostly they live in some hilly districts such as Rolpa, Putan, Magdi, Palpa, Tanahu, Argakhachi, Siangja, Parvat, Sinduli, Baglung, and Surget. These are the districts where mostly Mughal community, Mughal people live there. But you can find Mughal people across the Nepal also, but most particularly in these districts, you can find Mughal people. All right. Boys and girls and Mughal community name giving ceremony. We have already discussed as a Nuaran. Name giving ceremony in the caste is solemnized from 11 to 15 days of the baby's birth. All right. Between 11 to 15 days, name giving ceremony is observed. Right. Similarly, Mughal people give priority to the marriage of a boy with his maternal uncle's daughter. भाइ बहिनीहरू मगर कम्युनिटीमा चाहिँ छोरो मान्छेको विवाह चाहिँ को प्रमुख प्राथमिकता चाहिँ आफ्नै मामाकी छोरीसँग चाहिँ दिइन्छ मामाकी छोरीसँग चाहिँ विवाहको प्राथमिकता हुन्छ alright it means they give high priority to the marriage of a boy with his maternal uncle's daughter. Nowadays Mughal people have stopped doing this, but according to their customs, this is very, very important. They give high priority to the marriage of son to the daughter of maternal uncle. All right, Mama ki chori. Boys and girls, I hope you understood it. Now talk about the funeral ceremony. Mrityu Sanskar is performed within 11 to 13 days. All right, keep in mind. And Mughals perform Nag Puja. All right, boys and girls, Nag Puja. Sarpaku Puja. All right, boys and girls, the puja for snake, to the snake, is observed by the Mughal people. All right, this is one of the social customs which is practiced in Mughal community. Boys and girls, look at the slide. Mughals perform Kaura Naach. You must have seen this dance, right? It is so stunning dance, all right, which is known as Kaura Naach. Mughal people love to perform, all right? I'm gonna share one more slide. Now, boys and girls, let's talk about Tharu. Have you heard about Tharus? Of course, The Tharus also occupy nearly 7% of the total population of Nepal. 7%, keep in mind. They live in the western and central Tarai. All right, Tharu people mostly live in western and central Tarai. They are very simple-minded. All right, they are very simple-minded. Okay, they celebrate the name-giving ceremony in Nuaran, all right, for the 6th day to the 9th day of the baby's birth. All right, थारू समुदायमा भाइ बहिनीहरू यो 6 दिनदेखि 9 दिनभित्रमा चाहिँ न्वारान चाहिँ गर्नुपर्दछ कुरो बुझ्यो भने त भाइ बहिनीहरू. So they celebrate the name giving ceremony between 6th and 9th day after the baby's birth. All right. So boys and girls, now let's talk about the marriage. There are 3 types of marriage in practice in Tharu community. Number 1, arrange. Everybody knows arrange. Magi Bivaha. All right. Second, love. Nowadays, love marriage is gearing up, spreading gradually. And jari. Jari means you can say the chori, eloping with someone's wife. It's called kind of marriage, chori bivaha. And after this, after the eloping with someone's wife, a person, has to pay certain amount of money, which is known as jari. Jari bivaha. कसैको श्रीमती भगाएर भाइ बहिनीहरू लगिसकेपछि फेरि उसलाई चाहिँ एउटा निश्चित विवाह खर्च कति मागेको हुन्छ, कति ठहरिएको हुन्छ, त्यति तिर्नुपर्छ. त्यसपछि उनीहरूको विवाह सदर हुन्छ. यसलाई चाहिँ हामी जारी तिर्ने विवाह अथवा जारी विवाह पनि भन्छौँ. All right, boys and girls, arrange, love, and jari. But nowadays, young Tharu people have stopped doing this marriage. But in the past, jari was in practice in Tharu community. All right, boys and girls. Let's talk about the, Magi and Fagu are their important festivals. If you talk about the festival, boys and girls, Magi Parva, Fagu Parva are their very important festivals. All right, they, they observe this festival with a great zeal and devotion. Magi is observed on Magh 1st. 1st of Magh is the New Year's Day. Very simple. All right, they are fond of dances, boys and girls. Tharu people, everybody is fond of dancing and singing, but most particularly Tharu people are fond of dances. Actually, their dances are Jumara dance. All right, if you search, visit the YouTube, you find many more Jumara dance. Jat Jatin and Gopichan, these are the dances belong to Tharu community. In the exam, boys and girls, question maybe asks like, write down the two dances of the Tharu community. Don't forget, these are the answers. Jumara, Jat Jatin and Gopichan, these are the dances related with the Tharu community. Oh, I hope you understood. Boys and girls, now closely observe the slide and tell me. Of course, these are the Tharu people who are celebrating stick dance. Boys and girls, it's a very beautiful, attractive dance, stick dance, right? And it is famous among Tharu community, boys and girls, right? So this is one of the social customs of Tharu community. Hope you understood it. If you want to really love to see that, stick dance of Tharu community, you can visit YouTube, and so many stick dances are there uploaded, and you can enjoy also. All right. Now let's talk about the social customs of Tamang communities, boys and girls. Nearly 6% of the total population of Nepal is occupied by Tamangs. Keep in mind, right? Little lesser than others, 6%. All right. They inhabit in the hill regions, mainly around the Kathmandu Valley, boys and girls. All right. If the baby is son, listen, if the baby is son, they organize the name giving ceremony after 3 days. All right. Here is not discussed about the girl. All right. Mainly 3 types of marriages are in the practice in Tamang community. They are arranged, love and chori, same like that of Tharu. All right, boys and girls, there is no differences. But again, I'm telling you, Jari marriage has been stopped because now new generation, is preferring love marriage, right? And secondly, arranged marriage, Jari marriage, they are not preferring nowadays, but it was in practice in the past. Even somewhere still, people, some of the people still are practicing this. All right. Okay, let's talk about the dead body. They bury the dead body. All right. We talk about about the dead body in Chatris and Brahmins. They cremate the dead body, but here in Tamang communities, a dead body is buried. All right. You sablaising bhai purincha. All right. And they perform funeral rite for 3 days, and it is called Gheva. All right, Gheva karma. I hope you have listened it also. You might have heard about the Gheva karma. Funeral rite for 3 days, which is known as Gheva karma. All right, boys and girls. Tamangs are either Buddhist or Hindus. You can find 2 types of Tamangs in terms of religion. All right, some of them are Buddhist and some of them are Hindus. And talk about the festivals, Losar and Buddha Jayanti are the main festivals of Tamang community. Okay, boys and girls. Let's talk about the Newar. Boys and girls, in terms of social customs, Newar community is very much rich. About 5% people are Newars, all right, of the total population, who mainly live in Kathmandu Valley, Pokhara, and several other towns of the country. Most particularly, Newar people live in Kathmandu. They actually have preserved a very rich culture. Boys and girls, Newar community is very much rich in culture. They have preserved a very rich culture. I'm going to share another slide, boys and girls. Boys and girls, one important thing is there is seldom a month. There is not a single month where festival doesn't take place. All right, means every month there is one festival there. All right, so mostly Newars are divided into two branches in terms of religion. All right, one is Hindu and another is Buddhist. All right, keep in mind. Most particularly, you find 2 types of Hindus in terms of Newars in terms of religion. Some of them are Buddhist and some of them are Hindu. Boys and girls, and similarly, I'm gonna share one more slide. Newar also celebrate name giving ceremony and marriage ceremony also. Boys and girls, Nuaran is performed within 4 to 11 days of the baby's birth. Okay, boys and girls. Now let's see the slide. Boys and girls, what do you see in the slide? Yes, you are right. Ihi, Bel Bibaha, in Newar community. All right, boys and girls, generally, Bel Bibaha is observed in the Newar community before the marriage, real marriage. All right. So, rites of the dead person are performed according to their religious traditions. All right, Newars are very fond of singing and dancing. All right, similarly like that of Tharu community. Newars celebrate their festivals extravagantly. They, actually spend large amount of money in festivals. Dasai, Tihar, Mahapuja, Indrajatra, etc. are their important festivals, boys and girls. Now let's talk about the customs or Rais community. Boys and girls, the Rais who live originally in the eastern hills constitute about 2.5% of the total population of Nepal. Comparatively, if you observe the percentage, then you will find lesser. All right, Rai community. They follow their social customs with a great division. Rai people have their own kind of customs, and they actually follow their social custom with a great devotion and zeal. Mandum is their sacred religious book. भाइ बहिनीहरू मन्दुम चाहिँ राई समुदायको चाहिँ एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण धार्मिक ग्रन्थ हो. According to this, they follow their social customs. All right. I'm going to share one more slide, boys and girls. They perform their social and religious ceremonies with the help of their priests. राईका पुरोहितद्वारा चाहिँ उनीहरूको चाहिँ आधारमा सहयोगमा चाहिँ उनीहरू आफ्नो धार्मिक कार्यक्रमहरू चाहिँ गतिविधिहरू चाहिँ सञ्चालन गर्छन् राई समुदायहरू. Boys and girls, important thing is wine and pork are necessary in the religious and social functions. राई समुदायमा रक्सी र सुँगुरको मासु चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरू धार्मिक र सामाजिक कार्यको निम्ति अति नै महत्त्वपूर्ण हुन्छ र त्यो बिना चाहिँ त्यो कार्यक्रम चाहिँ अधुरो रहन्छ. So wine and pork are necessary in the religious and social functions. This is very, very important thing to note down. All right, boys and girls, similarly, Sakeva or Sakela, you might have Sakela, might have seen Sakela dance also. All right, so Sakeva and Sakela and Nwagi are their major festivals. Keep in mind, boys and girls, Sakeva or Sakela and Nwagi are their major festivals. All right, boys and girls, Rais are buried under the ground after the death. Of course, generally, in Rai community, dead bodies are generally buried after the death, under the ground. All right. So hope you understood it. I'm gonna share one more slide, boys and girls. So Rai people actually have one custom of firing guns in their funeral procession. यो मृत्यु संस्कारमा चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरू राई समुदायमा चाहिँ बन्दुक पड्काउने चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ चलन छ. All right, they have a custom of firing guns funeral procession. All right, because nowadays and our area is being crowded, we start living in towns, but in the town Rai people don't practice this, but those people who live in remote areas in the village, still people of Rai people who live in remote areas in the village, they still perform this procession of gun firing during the funeral procession. All right, boys and girls, they observe the Mangwa Shraddha once in a year. This similar way, the way Chatris and Brahmin do Shraddha once in a year, the same way, Rai people also observe, the Shraddha, which is called Mangwa, once in a year. Keep in mind, this is very, very important to know. Boys and girls, similarly, they consider, Parohang and Sumnihang, Shiva Parvati is their forefathers and worship them devotedly. Boys and girls, in the Rai community, Rai people consider Parohang and Sumnimang as Shiva and Parvati. Right? In their language, Parohang means Shiva and Sumnihang means Parvati. They consider them as their forefathers and worship them with great devotion, devotedly. All right, my dear students. Similarly, they also celebrate Udhauli in Baisakh and Ubhauli in Mangsir. Right? They celebrate Udhauli and Umauli with a great zeal and devotion. Boys and girls, I'm going to share a beautiful slide that portrays the Udhauli and Umauli. Look at, my dear students, look at the slide. Some right people are celebrating Udhauli. All right, look at, they are dancing. Picture is speaking, is pointing that they are enjoying Ubhauli, which is generally observed in Baisakh. Similarly, I'm going to show you a very beautiful image, second one. Look at, some old and some mature experience, right? People are performing the same Uboli, all right, and some young ladies dancing there also. Actually, they are all celebrating the Uboli, all right. Now, Udhauli. Boys and girls, let's relate with the words. Ubhauli means Ubho, upward, all right, and Udhauli means Udo, downward. This is the meaning of the word, right? All right, boys and girls. So, Udhauli, generally it is observed in a Mangsir, right? So, look at the beautiful picture. It is indicating that the young ladies are celebrating Udhauli. Generally, it falls in Mangsir. All right, boys and girls. Okay, now let's talk about the Gurung community. Boys and girls, Gurung is another caste of Nepal. They occupy about 2% population of the country. All right, they are mainly found in Gandaki region and most widely in the Lamjung. If you go Lamjung, then you find, Gurung community a lot there. Boys and girls, the naming ceremony, Nuaran, of a son is observed on the 11th day, while that of a daughter on the 9th day. भाइ बहिनीहरू, यो गुरुङ समुदायमा छोराको न्वारान चाहिँ 11औं दिनका दिन गरिन्छ भने छोरीको चाहिँ 9 दिनका दिन गरिन्छ है त। यो कुरा चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरू तपाईहरुले याद राख्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। द नेमिङ सेरेमनी अफ द सन इज observed on the 11th day, and while that of a daughter is observed on the 9th day. I hope you understood the point. Boys and girls, the next one, when the eldest child is 2 years old, they organize a special feast known as Putpute. भाइ बहिनीहरू, जब चाहिँ बच्चा, ठुलो बच्चा जब 2 वर्षको हुन्छ, गुरुङ समुदायमा चाहिँ एउटा भोजको आयोजना गरिन्छ र जुन भोजलाई चाहिँ गुरुङ समुदायमा पुतपुते भन्ने चाहिँ चलन छ. And Putpute is one of the social customs of Gurung community. All right, and do you know, Putpute is very attractive. Why? Because you can enjoy food. All right, so hope you will understand, you will remember this. Now next, both love and arranged marriage are in practice in the Gurung community. All right, both marriage. Definitely arranged marriage. Nowadays, love marriage is spreading gradually. All right. Similarly, the corpse is buried or cremated both. All right. In Gurung community, dead body is either cremated or buried. Both, practice. Gurung community, Gurung people practice both, whether they cremate or they bury also. And let's talk about the funeral rites. Funeral rites continue for 10 to 13 days. And most particularly, Tamul Losar is their greatest festival. Ghatu and Sorate dance are very popular in Gurung community, boys and girls. I hope you understood it. Once again, Tamul Losar is their greatest festival of the Gurung community. Once again, there are other Losar also, Gyalmo Losar, Sonam Losar. But here we are talking about the Gurung community. Tamul Losar is the greatest festival of Gurung community. You should not forget, boys and girls. Similarly, Ghatu and Sorati dance are very popular in the Gurung community. I am going to show you a very beautiful image that reflects their dance. Boys and girls, young boys and girls, right, are dancing Sorati Nach. Look at, okay, keep in mind Sorati is one of the dances which is performed among the Gurung community. And let's see another slide. Ghatu Naच. Yes, Ghatu Naच is also one of the naches which is performed in the Gurung community. Now, boys and girls, we have come to the end of the class. Studio's clock is indicating that time is running out. So let's take your homework. I'm going to give you homework. What are the social customs observed in your family? Describe anyone in brief, and after completing this work, please submit this work to your teacher and get the feedback from this. Boys and girls, hope this class has been very fruitful, light bearing to you all. All right, I will come with another class. All right, so stay safe, stay healthy, and follow the guidelines of the lockdown issued by the government, and enjoy the day. See you next time. Till then, goodbye. Have a wonderful moment.